Hey guys, this is your guide Luthais, and welcome to another in-depth survival guide. Today's episode we're going to cover everything about radiation, guys, which is really important and which I will be showing you my favorite looting spot. At the moment I'm just showing you guys the direction. That's the bridge to Sultan. Okay, and if you go across the bridge you'll get a gas station there with this sign. And of course, if we're looking at the map, then of course you will see right there at the bottom, we're at Sultan with the two caves to the left and right of us. But if we go across the river, over the bridge, then we see the gas station there. And what our target is that little tower there, the red circle there at the top, okay? And that is the route that we're going to take. Just to show you guys exactly where the tower is. As soon as I can get the trees out of my way. There it is, right there. So if you go through Sultan and you basically pass this gas station and you go all the way through, you will find the tower. Okay, so we went across the river. At the tower you get a nice dam, which is a great water source. And yes, very nice high spot. And then of course you've got the tower itself, which you can always climb and get some extra loot there, or just take a little break. So there is the radiation zone, guys. So it's a very easy route all the way through Sultan, past the gas station, right up to the tower, and then you'll have the radiation zone right in front of you. Now the reason I felt a radiation zone was important is because people logged out with the radiation storms, and I could never understand it. At the moment I'm just throwing my weapons down, since I haven't got a little base yet. So what you'd like to do is whenever you go and loot the radiation zone, keep at least one pistol on you, just a few bullets, in case there's a spider mutant there. But get rid of as much weight as you can and have some space for extra loot, because on some runs you can pick up 2 primary weapons and a secondary weapon and a heck of a lot of ammo. So you always want to be clear on that. But yes, people logged out in radiation storms, and the developers literally nerfed the radiation storms so that they don't do that much damage, which I thought was really sad. But I think in 1.0 they're going to make it a bit stronger again, or have different effects. But yes, guys, so yes, I don't want any of you guys to log out. If you want to go into a house, and just go and eat something or go to the toilet, that's fine while there's a radiation storm. But if you're struggling to survive the radiation storm or any radiation, there's the perfect guide for you. That deer just got me worried there for a while. So there's basically 2 things that you need to focus on with radiation. The first one will be the blue mushrooms and anti-rad pills, because the blue mushrooms are anti-rad mushrooms. And then the most important thing with radiation is your potassium tablets, which will give you a 40% resistance to radiation, which is absolutely fantastic. Which basically means you're gonna be able to spend, at least 40% more time in that when you're in radiation. So the 40% radiation resistance is excellent, and then the blue mushrooms or the anti-rad tablets are excellent because it takes away your radiation. So here at the radiation zone, I always like to look for this little radiation signpost, so that I know exactly where the radiation is going to start. So as you can see, we've got our potassium, which gives us 40% resistance. We drink that before we go into the radiation zone. Okay, to make sure we've got the 40% resistance as soon as we enter the zone. Then we're basically running, and you can see even with the 40% resistance, our radiation is climbing at quite a nice rate. And as soon as you get about to 10% radiation, you want to eat the blue mushroom. So I'm still focusing on just looting here. Just checking all the tables, guys. Checking all the tables. Nice. Green helmet. There, I remember. I have to take the blue mushrooms. And now you will see that the radiation will be going up much slower. Okay. So if you want to be precise, rather eat the blue mushrooms at about 10%. Okay. And then, yes. Now I'm going to loot all the areas that there are to loot in the radiation zone. And yes, I'm going to give you examples of what the differences are. At the moment, I've got the maximum protection for the radiation with the potassium tablets and the blue mushrooms. But you can get a radiation suit as well, with radiation helmet and clothes and gas mask, which, if you guys want to see that, I'll show it to you in later episodes. But I feel protection is more important than a radiation suit. And then, yes, we've got the spider mutant, and I'm getting worried, but I'm getting in the headshot. Always remember that, guys. If you get a spider mutant in the radiation zone, focus on his head. You want to kill him as soon as possible before he spawns his little freaky mutant babies that want to come and explode on you. Okay? So, we wasted a bit of time with the spider mutant. And as you can see, there are a few areas to check in the radiation zone. So I'm not going to pick up the .22 pistol. I'm not going to pick up the .357 revolver. Just going to pick up the ammo. And as you can see, even with 54% radiation, we can still see quite clearly. And it's going up at quite a slow rate. So until we get to about 90%, we don't have much to worry about, because we can always get out of the radiation. And this is the route I normally like to take. I like to go down to the tent and then just work my way to the left, so that while I'm looting, I'm getting further and further away from the center point of the zone. Again, just taking my time. And at the end there's 2 more vehicles that I need to loot. But yes, guys, no real rush, no real fear at the moment. And like I said, if you took the blue mushrooms or the anti-radiation pills when it was on 10%, when we were on 10% radiation, we would have even had a bit more time to loot the area. And you basically just have to get worried when you get to 90%, and a lot of the times I push it to 100%. So as you can see, I think we should be there. We go past the sign and we're out of the radiation zone. So as soon as you pass that sign, you know you're out of the radiation zone, and your blue mushrooms that you've eaten is starting to take the radiation down. As soon as you go and relax, now I normally love to come and relax here in the shade. Very difficult for other players to see me. I can see everything in front of me. So I've got a nice angle of everything in front of me. And then of course it's very difficult for someone to kill me from the back, because there's rocks behind me and I've got a bit of cover from the tree. So this is where I normally like to relax. And as soon as my radiation stops going down, I eat another mushroom. So yeah, I'm back. My weapons haven't despawned. If they do despawn, I'm sorry guys, but this is usually the method that I use. As you can see, my radiation isn't gone yet. So as soon as I just sit for a while and I'm happy with my vision, I run back up the hill as soon as possible to get my loot. Because if there's a lot of people dying on the server, you can be sitting with a problem. So let's just sort out this dog. That was a bad shot. There we go. Much better. So yes, guys, with that combination, that radiation area is the worst kind of radiation that you can pick up. And I will show you that on my third run where I've got no protection. Okay? But the storms at the moment, aren't nearly as bad as that radiation zone. So just remember that. If you ever encounter a radiation storm, you don't even have to have potassium tablets, guys. Just pop that blue mushroom. You'll survive the storm, and as soon as the storm is done, your radiation will be cured. Okay? Now at the moment, I'm going to show you guys a second run and a third run. And yes, I don't really like throwing down my weapons, since if I take a bit too much time, they can despawn. So all I'm doing now is just running with my signpost. And people like to build bases in this area, so it's not always going to be easy for you. But I'm not really worried about hiding the loot at the moment. When you're done watching this episode, you're more than welcome to come and take my loot. I'll basically just be taking 1 or 2 guns out of there. And yes, I've made a video before where I've tried to collect every single gun in the game, and I was almost there, and when I showed you guys the loot the next day, it was gone. Didn't even mention it. Okay, so I really don't mind losing loot, guys. I really don't mind dying, because I love exploring, I love looting, and yes, I love exploring the world. So as soon as I'm fully geared up, I normally just go to the hot spots, and try and see if I can kill any aggressive players. Which we all know the PvP is absolutely ridiculously exciting in this game. Just a small tip: if you build a small temporary base in a hidden location, start with a small storage crate, okay? Because you want to put down as many parts as you can, so that your base doesn't despawn within a day or two, okay? So every single part adds an extra 6 hours. So yes, rather start with the small ones. They take up less space. They're a bit easier to hide if you want to hide them, which of course you will want to. And they give you enough space for the things that you want to put away. So as you can see, I'm just sorting out the loot here, and I will be creating 1 or 2 more smaller crates just to make sure my inventory space is clear. And as you can see, my weight's on 22.6 kilograms out of the 40 kilograms that I can carry, where the M40 sniper rifle weighs 7.5 kilograms, guys. Always take that into consideration. The M40 is a really, really powerful sniper rifle, but you're sitting with 2 problems. First of all, you're sitting with the fact that it weighs almost a quarter of the weight that you can carry. Secondly, the ammo is very, very difficult to find, okay? And I don't know about you, but I don't really want to sit with the sniper rifle where I'm going to struggle to find the ammo. Where the .308, which I've got in my inventory, I find quite easily, not as easily as the Carlington's ammo, which I think is the .223 ammo, but I find the .308 ammo very easily, and that is the specific reason why the hunting rifle is my favorite sniper rifle, is because I find the ammo for it very easily. And yes, there's not much difference between the hunting rifle and the Renegade. I think one of them weighs more than the other one, but I just love the sound of the hunting rifle, guys. So yes, if you find the M40, you know, the small little base is a great idea again, you know, just to get that weight off you. And when you get 5, you know, or 10 bullets for it, then sure, you know, come and get it again, you know, and blast, you know, a hole through someone, because it is the most powerful sniper rifle in the game. But again, in a combat situation, and just a bit more freedom, the more ammo you have, you know, the more likely you will be to shoot a deer, you know, or shoot mutants. You won't worry about the ammo as much as you would when the ammo is very rare. So now you can see our radiation is cured, and we're going for our second run. Now in this run, we are not going to be using the potassium, which almost gives us a 50% resistance, which I normally calculate that I can almost spend double the amount of time, you know, in that area that I would have been able to spend in that time. Like if the potassium tablets had a 50% resistance to radiation, then it would be quite easy for me, where I would normally only be able to spend about 3 minutes in the radiation zone. I would now be able to spend 6 minutes in the radiation zone. Okay, so yes, that is why that is so powerful, because it almost doubles the amount of time that you will be able to survive. And then the blue mushrooms and the anti-radiation tablets basically gets rid of the radiation. Okay, so it fights the radiation, which is a nice combination while you're running into radiation or while you're in a storm. So as the storm or the zone is building up the radiation, you've got the mushrooms or the anti-rad tablets, you know, fighting it as well, which again decreases the rate at which you're picking up radiation. But okay, we had a very, very good example of the first time. I was quite relaxed. I could have looted everything very, very easily, because I didn't even get to 100% radiation. And normally I push myself to about 100% radiation so that I can loot absolutely every little single small spot here. But here we go. You can see the radiation is definitely picking up much quicker, okay? Because we didn't take the potassium beforehand. So I could clearly see when we were running into the zone that our radiation was going up extremely quickly. And I mean, you guys can see how quickly I had to eat the blue mushrooms. And I basically ate the blue mushrooms at the same time, or at the same percentage as I ate it down now. So this is where you start rushing, because soon we're going to be at 50%, and when you just take the blue mushrooms, you can still loot every single place here, guys. It's just you're going to be pushing the limits, as you will be seeing soon. Just thinking about whether I want it or not. I've got space. Again, I cleared up the space for myself, guys, so I don't have to be picky. I'm still trying to find something great in these two little tents, because it's very little that I get something there. But yep, I think if we keep looting there regularly, we might find something great. I just feel at the moment those two little tents are wasting a bit of my time, so I can definitely loot there quicker, because if there's anything, it will be right on top. I like the trucks, because they always have a gun or a weapon or something, so I really feel it's worth it entering the trailers. And of course, yeah, I don't need to mention the SUVs. The SUVs in this area always has loot, so always worth it to loot that. And basically I'm just skipping the one SUV at the back. So the opposite side that I'm running now, there's one more SUV. Okay, so you guys can start there if you want as well. because I was just showing you guys the easiest route to get here, I followed that direction to get into the area. But if you want to, you can start, you know, on the road, on the opposite side at the sign, and just go through that way. So you can follow the road all the way. Doesn't really make a difference. I feel the radiation zone is a bit shorter when I'm running down the mountain. I feel you have to run a bit further to get to the tent if you're following the road. But again, it's totally up to you. So, yes, as you can see, we're at 100%, okay? And our health is going down. But I know the distance that I need to... There's the sign right in front of me, so I know how far I have to run for the radiation to stop. So that's why I say, guys, if I don't have potassium, I can still loot everything. You know, I just push it a bit too far sometimes. And of course, with this amount of health and this amount of radiation, if anyone spots you, you're going to be in a bit of trouble, okay? One lucky shot. The guy doesn't even have to aim for your head. One lucky shot and you're gone. Okay? But again, that is why the small little base helps. Because if you put all your primary loot into these crates that you build up, not in the open like mine, okay guys? Just remember that. I'm not dumb for putting my crates down here. I want you guys to find the crates, you know, and you can come and take my loot like you've done in the previous videos. But yes, if someone kills you, then it's very difficult, very easy to get back to your crates and yes, get geared up again. Okay, maybe you're lucky enough to spawn really close. You can get one gun and, you know, just rush to the guy that killed you. Maybe get revenge. I don't know about you guys, but I always love revenge. And yes, this is the worst way of dealing with radiation. Okay, the reason I didn't like the fact that they nerfed the storms. I know there's a lot of people that complained the storms were too strong, but I really love that fear factor and getting into cover. You know, just the more fear there is in a survival game, the better it is for me. But at the moment, if you go into a house, you can survive. You can survive a radiation storm if you just go into a house. I think you can survive a radiation storm even if you just sit outside. Okay, but that is funny. That is funny. I just drank a bit too much and I lost all my shit. Oh, that's funny. I love that. I love that, guys. Anything that gives me an extra challenge, I absolutely love. So yes, basically, I'm gonna run into the radiation zone now with no protection. Okay, and now you will see the major difference. Come on, dude, one shot. You can do it. You can do it. You can't hang around here. Just one shot. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Again, we can see that the radiation is picking up at a real pace. You can even see at 10% it skips to 12%. That is a clear indication that we haven't taken any mushrooms. And now we can't be very picky. Okay, now we must really, really rush. And our vision is going to start messing around with us also much quicker. As you can see, this tent is always a good option. It hasn't got the lockers in. I wish there was a tent with the lockers in as well, but I'm not complaining, guys. In the beginning, people complained there wasn't enough loot in here, and they put in more SUVs and more trailers, and I'm extremely happy. Okay, I've got no problem with the amount of loot that you can find here. I mean, if you do 10 runs here, you know, which you could do if you wanted to, which I don't really like to do, but if you wanted to go to the tower, you know, log out, come back in, loot, come back, you know, and just run like that, I think in 10 runs you can be a badass, you know. Really look like military soldier. And as you can see, we're not even at the truck yet, and we're close to 100%. And this is where you should start stressing. And you probably think to yourself, Luthais, you're dead, bro, you're dead. No, I'm not dead, my bro. I am not dead. Because I know when I'm in the shit, eh? And when I'm in the shit, I go. You know, I go. I'm not greedy, you know? I don't want discount. I just go, you know? So I go up and I get out of the radiation, okay? So don't worry about me. I know exactly what I'm doing, guys, okay? And as you can see, we're out of the radiation. And, yeah, we've got a little spider wanting to eat our Achilles heel off here. And yes, 99%. What's going on there, dude? Okay, I'm still losing health. Oh yes, guys. If you run back, okay, rather. I mean, I was in a panic state now, so I had to go right up the middle. But if you go to, rather run to the side, especially when sometimes you get chased by wolves here, okay? You always want to be on the right-hand side of the tower so that the wolves don't trap you, okay? That is very, very important. If you go to the left-hand side of the tower, you can get into a situation where you can't get up the hill. And then you're trapped and you're dead. Okay, as easy as that. So always aim for the right hand side of the tower. That will help you guys a lot. Okay, so yes, my health's still going down. I might probably wake up soon and realize that my radiation isn't going down again, so I need to take another blue mushroom or radiation tablet. Yes, we need water, so we're going to go down to the dam to get some water, because our food is not bad at all. And yes, we are going to climb the tower just to show you guys exactly what's up there. Okay, then my heart start beating. Okay. Yippee! Thank you. Okay. Thank you for waking up. I really appreciate it. So yes, there you can see our radiation went down. Okay, and our health stopped going up. So as long as you've got those blue mushrooms, guys, and those anti-radiation tablets, you've got no excuse to log out or to be fearful of radiation. Okay, because I just proved to you, you can basically survive any situation. Okay, and I literally just ran into the radiation zone without any protection. And of course, if you've got the potassium pill tablets, I don't really see why there's a reason. Okay, if you guys want an episode where I show you the radiation suit, there's 3 parts that I have to get, but I don't mind. I'm fine with it. Okay, I'll get it. So yes, if you want to see how much the suit helps, I'll do it for you guys, okay? If you leave it in the comments, I'll do it. I don't have a problem with it. But what I'm trying to tell you is you don't need the radiation suit at the moment, because they nerfed the storms. If they didn't nerf the storms, you would still need the radiation suit, okay? As a backup. I think radiation... Why would we want a radiation suit? Maybe we don't want to look for mushrooms and anti-radiation tablets anymore. So we just build a base close to this location, like most of the people do, especially on UK3, where I love playing. And yeah, so they just take the radiation suit, put it on, come down here, loot and go back. Okay, and they don't have to worry about tablets or potassium tablets or mushrooms. Okay, so that takes the looting out of it. No, that sucks, man. I want to loot. I want to explore the island. I want to explore the map. I don't know how guys get it right, especially the hoarders. Just sitting there in your base, protecting everything. You know, no, they probably do go outside, but I don't get the hoarding thing, guys. I really don't. I love the atmosphere, the immersion, the fear that I could constantly lose my shit. So if I build a base, I'm going to give the guy a realistic chance to get in, you know. I'll give him about, I give him the outer wall that he must go through, and I'll give him the inner wall, and then the room wall, and then I'll put a bit of protection over my crates, okay? So, about 5 armored walls. That's the most you're going to have to go through if you raid my base, guys. But I mean, these 5-layer outer walls, stacked on top of one another, that I literally have to go through 40 walls or 30 walls to get to the loot, or just the loot's hanging somewhere and I can't get to it. It's not my thing. It's not my thing, guys. Well, guys, as you can see, I'm in a radiation storm. If you just look at how the radiation is going up, you'll realize there's absolutely nothing to fear. And even when the storm gets to its peak, then you still have nothing to fear, because when the storm gets to its peak, it's even slower than being in the radiation zone. And you can just, you can take your medicine at your own time. As you can see, here it comes. So guys, I hope that helped you. Okay, if it helped you, let me know. Okay, if you've got extra tips for radiation, let me know in the comments as well. If you want to see me survive radiation with a radiation suit, then when I'm done with this 10-part series, I'll do it for you guys. Okay, so leave in the comments specific videos that you want to see when I'm done with this 10-part series, and you can trust me, I'm going to show you exactly what you asked for. Okay, or if you're struggling with something, please let me know as well. And so guys, if you want to do me a favor, like I said, I've got a target for 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year. I know I watch a lot of videos where I don't click the subscribe button, but please guys, let's make an effort and just click that. Just take your mouse, move it to the subscribe button and just click it. Okay, and then you click that little like button and you click the bell button and you're done. I know that was hard work, but you're done, and you're really helping someone. You're motivating someone to get more material out there. So yes, thumbs up, guys. Hope you have a great day. See you in the next episode. This is Luthais, your guide, never gonna go anywhere. Have fun, guys.